Developing now, survivors of the MSD massacre taking the stand during the trial of former school resource officer Scott Peterson. The students saying that they felt helpless after being shot at school. Local 10's Christina Vasquez has been inside the courtroom and is live now with the tough testimony today. Christina.
They did hear and view difficult testimony, really listening to two of the Parkland wounded. These are student survivors of the third floor.
He's up anybody, an adult, they need somebody.
Kyle Lehman showing jurors where a high-velocity bullet from the Parkland shooter's AR-15 style rifle shattered his right foot, leaving him in permanent pain.
What were you thinking when you were in that alcove?
Oh, I'm gonna die.
And emotional wounds as his heartbreaking reaction to watching surveillance video shows.
I was thinking about like, where's the help? Where's the cops?
And Anthony Borges, shot 5 times.
And Anthony, could you please show the injuries to your torso?
Are 2 of the school shooting victims for which the ex-Parkland deputy is facing a related charge of child neglect.
If I'm an officer, I have a gun, I will automatically just go inside.
Prosecutors are working to establish that then school resource officer Scott Peterson failed to protect Kyle, Anthony, and the others who were hurt and murdered on the 3rd floor by choosing not to investigate the source of the shots, confront the shooter.
As a school resource officer, if an active shooter event happens at your school, you are expected to go towards the sound of the gunfire and eliminate the threat.
Did you see Scott Peterson on the day of this incident?
No.
Did you see him enter any buildings?
No.
You never saw my client at all, correct?
That is correct.
Because you were in completely different areas.
That's correct.
The defense during cross-examination of state witnesses hitting key elements to Peterson's defense, that it was hard to know exactly where the shots were coming from, that there was a pronounced echo in the area, and that his client is not a coward.
Tactical positions of cover, that's not being a coward, correct? Like you weren't a coward, you took a tactical position of cover.
That's correct.
That's how you're trained.
And as a member of the media, I did have an opportunity to view some of the sensitive evidence that the jury in this case are viewing. Again, the video is not being shared with the public, but we have an opportunity to see it after the jury has left the courtroom. And I can tell you that one piece of evidence they viewed, it's haunting, and in part it's because some of the wounded and murdered on that 3rd floor, you see them moments before the shooting. And there's one moment in the video where you see Peter Wang, a student at the time, one of the murdered on that floor, and you see him just full of life. He's walking down that hallway, he's smiling as he's talking to classmates, and then just minutes later, the Parkland shooter enters that space, and you know that he has lost his life. And that is just haunting, and just one example of what the jury in this case are reviewing as the state unfolds its case. Reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.